Mike. Mike. Okay. We have a lot to unpack here. Um, I want to be very clear that the Detroit Lions are a formidable team. I don't know if the Cowboys will see them again, but I really wanted to wait to do this video. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've already got through about half of the game. I'm gonna rewatch it again, just to kind of see what was going on. But we'll get right to it. Last play or sequence of the game, or the ref debacle, and I'm looking at the pool report, and basically what I just tweeted out, and it does look like the refs botched it, but the Cowboys aren't supposed to. We don't apologize for that. Number two, and most importantly, is the Dallas Cow. The Detroit Lions also had two other opportunities to score. Another thing is, and we'll get to Mike, the person who I fight for. Mike, I fight for you. This is gonna be a classic one tonight, y'all. Mike, you're a great player, Mike. A great coach, Mike. What are you doing? You gave them a win. You try to literally gift wrap them Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, a win. We'll get to it. I want to read the poll report. The question, this is from Calvin Watkins when he did the poll report. We noticed there were 2 flags thrown on that same play. Was there another penalty that you called as well? Allen, yes, because number 70 reported as eligible, and he was covered up on the line of scrimmage. That makes it an illegal formation. So number 70 is in an illegal position because he is covered up by a rule. And number 68 catches the pass, which is also illegal. Now, maybe they can pull the mics. Maybe they can, 70 runs in late. This is what people have to understand. I have no idea why. If 70 is not reporting, because he definitely was covered. He was at guard. He's inside. Why is 70 running to the ref? That's one of my biggest things. I don't like, and do people understand what covered, uncovered? It was an unbalanced formation, number one. Number two, I have no idea why 70 ran to the ref. So it was the formation probably threw the ref off. That's what I'm thinking. But he went. This is where the problem lies with the ref, the NFL, and the Lions. It has nothing to do with the Cowboys defense. Once the ref went to Donovan Wilson, our captain of our defense, and told him 70 is eligible, whatever he told him, he's the guy. Then guess what? He gives his call. They're no longer even thinking about 68 because he can't go out for a pass. That's why he was so wide open. People have to understand that part. So people, he was schemed up, this, that, and third. No, the ref is telling you who's eligible, who isn't. The ref does that. That's why he was wide open. So, Dan Campbell, you got these guys playing great football. I'm not going to knock Detroit, right? But you also had 2 other chances to either kick a field goal or get the extra point. You want to go for every extra point in the game, even when you're backed up. Cool. Do that. Great O-line. You're doing great things in Detroit. But it didn't work out, and you lost the game. It happens. Now let's get to the football game. I don't want to spend too much time on that because I know that this is going to be one of those ones, and I'm actually going to put a timer on myself because I'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about I want to get to this film and all 22. Honestly, this is the most disappointed I've been in Mike McCarthy probably in his coaching tenure. And that's only because I think that Mike McCarthy manages being a play caller and a head coach pretty well. I think he does a good job of that, and he's able to do that because he has a head coach type of a coach, and Dan Quinn, who does a pretty good job and has done a pretty good job this year. And I also ultimately thought that he did a good job on Jared Goff this week. This game. Outside of a few plays in that last drive, Jared Goff really didn't do much. I don't think he did anything. You had him rattle. You got the interception by Donovan Wilson late, and I thought that you did a good job on him. The only issue I have is him, Dak, whoever it was on, whoever called those runs or checked to those runs. I don't care if it's a tackle for loss every play. on that drive when you're up 17-13 and they only had 2 timeouts and you ran the ball, you passed the ball, that should have been 3. That was law that is 3 straight runs. I don't care if it's a knee, 3 straight knees. And you take that clock all the way down to 30 seconds or whatever it would have been. You kick the field goal, you punt, and then you make them drive the field. Not a pass to Cooks and when they're not on the same page, and not a pass to CeeDee and then a pass to Ferguson. Awful. Completely awful. And that's the type of stuff that I can honestly say, let this team not finish how they're supposed to. Mike McCarthy will get himself fired doing stuff like that. Awful. Completely awful. Take the clock down, and play defense. Not give them life. And then right on cue, Dan Quinn plays soft, plays a dime, all eyes, everybody's 20 yards off the ball. And what happens? Jared Goff, who's been in the league since 2016, he's not a rookie. Okay, this isn't Justin Fields or Sam Howell. No, this is Jared Goff, who's been to a Super Bowl. Okay, he knows the game. Okay, they're going to bail and play a 3-deep shell and play cover 8 or drop 8, whatever the coverage was. Guess what? Sam Laporta over the middle of the field. 15-yard gain. I knew right then and there they were going to score. Right then and there. Dan Quinn never switches his coverage. Boom, we're dead. And then obviously the debacle. Now let's talk about some good, because I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I think CeeDee Lamb is completely incredible. And the more incredible thing about it is CeeDee Lamb didn't play his best game. CeeDee Lamb did not play his best game and had 200 yards. The guy is unreal. I think that he is the one receiver that you could ride through the playoffs. I think that him, Dak, and Cooks have now found a stride with those corner routes, with those comebacks. Cooks is starting to put together some games that you like, man, this guy's reliable. And you're going to need it in the playoffs. The one situation that scares me is this run game. Now, I'm not going to panic about the run game because a part of me does think, and me being a coach, is I just don't know how much Mike McCarthy wanted to show tonight, knowing that we may possibly see Detroit again. So I honestly don't know how much he wanted to show tonight. But I thought that the run game, outside of Pollard just willing a few runs, I thought the run game was just awful. And I don't have an explanation as to why. I just think it was bad. I know Detroit is huge on the D-line. They're going to choke the run. Aiden Hutchinson's pass rush didn't scare me as much. Now, he had 3 sacks. Some of that was just you're dropping back every rep, so you're going to get got a few times, but it wasn't like his win rate was amazing. But you were able to throw the ball and get what you wanted protection-wise against the Lions. It was the run defense. Like, they just choked the run. It's like their linebackers, their D-line, everybody plays downhill. Now, I thought that the Cowboys, and then we're switching over to the defense side of the ball, I thought the Cowboys actually did a really nice job on defense outside of one drive. One drive, right after they stopped us, they go down the field and they just walk the ball, literally walk the football down the field. And then obviously the CeeDee Lamb fumble gave them points as well, where if you go up 14-3, the way that you were able to deal with Goff, I can honestly say that the game would have been over, probably would have been a blowout. But that Lamb fumble hurt, and it was that's what I mean by CeeDee Lamb could have played better, because I really believe CeeDee Lamb was just trying to make a play, and it was just like I guarantee you when the interviews come out, you'll have CeeDee Lamb saying I could have played better football. And so all of these things combined, the Cowboys do come out with a win. Ugly isn't the word. Atrocious win, but it's a win nonetheless. You still have a chance to win the NFC East, because I'm not sure that Philly's going to beat the Cardinals. I don't know. The Cardinals may not pack it in. Kyler Murray may come out there and play good football tomorrow. Who knows what will happen? But in all honesty, I think that the Cowboys did a good job, if nothing else, feeding CeeDee Lamb the ball, allowing him to be your best player on the field and play football. The other things, it's do or die now. So they have to get it cleaned up. I think that they will. But I'll tell you this. This is the God's honest truth. The playoffs are going to be about matchups. Who do the Cowboys match up with? What D lines do we have to play in the playoffs? And can we? Because I don't like Dak throwing the ball 38 times. 30 is the sweet spot for me. He's played outstanding football, but I just like even that interception. It's just I don't want him to feel like he has to literally go out and win the game. It would have been nice to hit on some of them plays down the seam to Ferguson because that's what the Lions were doing early. They were playing zone early, so you do have to attack those seams. But I really do believe and wish that if nothing else, that you could get something. If nothing else, y'all, you can just get something from the run game. And I think the Cowboys can make the run that they need to make. This is a good Detroit offense, and you held them down, right? This is a good Detroit offense, and the run game wasn't crazy. Like Jahmyr Gibbs didn't go crazy. It's one of my guys. You guys know how much I love Jahmyr Gibbs. And the defense played outstanding. I thought Micah had some really good reps. I thought he had some reps. I'm like, could have been better. But if nothing else, guys, if nothing else, you gotta win. You feel better about yourself. That's a good Detroit team, and you may see them again. So we'll see how it all pans out. But Cows win, Cows win. I'm tired. We'll talk about this more tomorrow, y'all. But the Cows win a thriller. This is what you call a thriller. A thriller in Manila. Peace, y'all. Happy New Year's. Be safe, man.